ULab's Media Studies and Journalism Department, from its very inception, has been conducting its undergraduate level course titled Development Communication, also known as Communication for Development or C4D. C4D is defined as a systematic, planned, and evidence-based strategic process to promote positive and measurable individual behavior and social change that is an integral part of development program, policy, advocacy, and humanitarian work. We can hear from testimony of former chief of C4D, UNICEF headquarters, Mr. Rafael.
Communication for Development, known as C4D, is at the heart of UNICEF's programming work. As a cross-cutting program strategy, C4D is critical to achieving sustainable and inclusive social and behavior change. You may not know it, but UNICEF has had a long history using C4D in its programming and humanitarian work.
The course catered to balancing out the theory and practices of C4D, and hence it reflects the notion of theories with a practical campaign strategy document preparation. To its popularity and demand, the course has increased its section from 1 to 3, and students after their graduation is now well placed in various national and international organizations.
We are living in a very unprecedented times. Especially as communications expert, it is important and quite quintessential for us to be ready for the job market with the emerging situation it demands. For students who are trying to study communications, it's very important that we live up to the demands of the organization, especially in an ever-changing environment. I have been a communications expert for last 10 to 12 years, and I started my journey after my graduation from ULab. What the development communication course has helped me is to prepare myself for the job demands, and as I grew with the job, the requirements and the courses which were taught to me has been very much relevant.
Development communication is an important course that will give you an overview of how you design your campaigns and communication. It gives you an exposure to the different tools and tactics that you can choose to communicate more effectively. Simply put, it makes you think strategically and choose your platforms that you use to communicate for your campaigns and communication. And that goes beyond the horizons of development organizations.
Development communication helped me to learn culturally and socially appropriate approaches for designing campaigns concentrated on different publics and audiences. For example, designing advocacy related campaigns for policymakers and stakeholders, understanding the underlying key risks and opportunities, and promoting information for exchanging messages that the campaign can bring a sustainable social change in our society. Currently, I'm working as a humanitarian worker in a development agency and looking after the external relations part.
আমি মালিহা মরিয়ম তিতলি। আমি 2016 তে ইউল্যাবে মিডিয়া স্টাডিজ এন্ড জার্নালিজম থেকে আমার গ্র্যাজুয়েশন কমপ্লিট করি, এবং আমাদের সময় ডেভেলপমেন্ট কমিউনিকেশনের একটাই কোর্স ছিল, এবং সেখান থেকে শেখা প্র্যাকটিক্যাল লার্নিং, ক্যাম্পেইন, বিভিন্ন রিসার্চ থিওরি আমাকে পরবর্তীতে আমার হায়ার স্টাডিজে অনেক সাহায্য করে।
The need for C4D emerged from both supply side and demand side perspectives. Development partners, INGOs, and CSOs in the country are not satisfied with the quality of graduates. On the other hand, students are looking for courses like health, emergency, and environmental communication where they can acquire knowledge. You can find a lot of C4D related jobs are now posted in various job portals, though the job providers were frustrated for not getting desired candidate. In order to meet the demand and supply gap, ULab's MSG department since 2017 started preparing to develop a new major for its undergraduate program. MSG department started collaborating with UNICEF since 2018 for curriculum development and capacity building of faculty for preparing to take courses, and subsequently ULab management was convinced to open up a new major in Communication for Development or C4D. The 9 courses which consist the C4D major are Communication Theories and Applications to C4D. Students will develop a basic understanding of how theories fit into C4D. C4D, Planning and Process. The course offers the understanding of situational analysis and baseline research and knowledge attitude and practice analysis. Participatory research, various social and behavioral research methodologies will be taught in the course. Communication approaches for C4D. Through this module, students will learn about different communication approaches. ICT for development. Students will learn that ICT for development can be utilized for the upliftment of marginalized community in society. Emergency communication. The course will provide basic concepts and approaches for communication during emergency situations. Health communication. This course examines how demand for health services are understood from prevention perspective and addressed. Entertainment education. Communication. This course is designed to provide global experience in using alternative approaches and channels to disseminate knowledge for communities. Environmental communication. Possible topics expected to cover on this course includes the social construction of nature and human relationship with nature.
Now, if you see that the job market perspective, it's a game changer. Lots of the jobs been opening up both in the national and international context, and job seekers are now looking for more trained and professional persons who have got knowledge on C4D. Therefore, we hope that the major will equip our students in the ongoing job market. Besides, the students who want to pursue their higher studies abroad, they will be equipped well to deal with the theoretical aspects and the practical elements that we are going to offer. I hope that this major will be benefit both for the MHA and also non-MHA students. All the very best and wish you all the success.